what we want them to do. And we always have heard of this saying regarding a horse, where we can take a horse to the water, but we cannot make sure, or we cannot force it to drink the water. So the horse, supposedly we drink the water if the horse feels thirsty. We can take a horse to the water, but we cannot force it to drink. Only the horse will drink through itself, and the horse will drink if it is thirsty. The same thing with students. They must be thirsty or hungry for knowledge. Only that they will study hard because they want to learn more. And in this case, we cannot force the student to change, but what we can do is we encourage and support them to change. Next is we try to look at what amount of motivation is needed. How much motivation should be given, or we should have on ourselves. This is a bit difficult to imagine the amount of motivation needed. But if we look at this saying by Zig Ziglar, he mentioned that motivation doesn't last, neither does bathing. That's why we have to take a bath every day. So the same thing with motivation. When we motivate somebody today, probably it can last for a few minutes or a few hours, but tomorrow everything is forgotten. So the motivation should be done regularly. It's like taking a bath. It's not enough to take a bath just once a week, but we need that every day. And also it depends on the environment. If the environment is dirty, we are exposed to dirty atmosphere, dirty air, and we work in the field or whatever, we need more regular shower or bath. The same thing with motivation. So if the environment is not very conducive, there are many negative things, then probably motivation also should be given more regularly because of the not so conducive environment. For example, the students at university, if we look at how to handle students and to motivate them, there are many things we can think about. One thing is to put ourselves on the student side. So of course the students would like to be praised in front of their friends, and if you want to blame or criticize them, probably we criticize or blame them in private, not in front of many people. So we have to take care of this, praise in public and criticize in private. And it's also very good if you can always use positive words. Just for example, one program where we put students in the same category or in the group considered as program pelajar bermasalah, in short is PBB. So this group of students, when we call for meetings to discuss their problems, they are reluctant to come because we categorize them as problematic students. But if we change to something which is positive, we call it program pelajar berpotensi. So they are more willing to come because berpotensi is more positive compared to the negative terminology as pelajar bermasalah. And we also have to bear in mind there are generations from now and then, and some people would like to classify the generation in terms of X, Y, etc., where generation X is classified as people born from 1965 to 1981, and after that from 82 to year 2000, this generation is called generation Y. And there's another category around from 1981 to 1991, overlapping with the generation Y. This group in some countries, they are considered as strawberry generation, where people who are born in this 10-year period, they were grown in a protected environment where they have almost everything, because the economy was doing very well during that time. So their parents can provide them with many things. So they are less exposed to the hard work or pressure. So this is considered as overprotection by parents. Parents spend a lot of money and also a lot of time, probably not time, but we can consider it overprotected as means by giving everything to the children, because the parents were prosperous during this time, between 1981 to 1991. So of course, when we'll deal with this strawberry generation, some people will say that it's difficult to push these students which were born between 1981 to 1991, because they are a bit of less exposed to pressure, and they don't like to work very hard. So this is the last slide for today. Hopefully we are going to continue with the other slides in the future. We can talk on many things regarding motivation, which is very important in teaching and learning. Thank you.